And welcome everybody to Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're at Russell County High School for the softball game here against Eufaula Tigers. Right now, Eufaula ahead 3-0 here in the top of the first with 2 down. They have a runner on third, Natoria Brascom at third base. Aaliyah Brooks at the plate, the first baseman for Eufaula. Eufaula comes into the game 2-3 on the season. Russell County 0-7. And there's a little chopper over to the pitcher. Somebody's got to decide it's going to sit there in no man's land and get thrown away by the second baseman. And that'll score the run, and Brascom make it 4-0. But Brooks will make it to first base on an infield single. As nobody picked it up in time to be able to make a play there. And luckily for Freeman with a throw, Brooks didn't decide to take advantage of the wild throw over to first base and stays at first. And that'll bring up Michaela Faircloth, the second baseman for Eufaula. First pitch, swing, tip back. That's going to be a strike to make it 0-1. On the mound today, Kason Tom for Russell County. Tom, the lefty, on the mound right now, and his swing flared out towards short right field. It's going to drop in no man's land. Nobody's going to get it. It's going to be a base hit for Faircloth, and that'll move Brooks up to second base. As we get down to the ninth hole hitter here, Jade Barnett, the pitcher for Eufaula. Coming up to the plate, and we're going to get a timeout called here as we see the coach come out talking to the pitcher. Just a little update on what's going on in the game so far that you missed. Emmy Faircloth led the ball game off with an infield hit. Then Yamaya Fryer hit one to second that went through the wickets and then through under the glove of the center fielder Dixon out towards the fence, and that scored Faircloth. Left Fryer at third base off the 2 errors. Zykaela Robinson with the double out to right field that scored the run. Annalie Bloom, the center fielder for Eufaula, then grounded out to the pitcher. Edie Trammell laid down a squeeze bunt that ended up with an RBI, but also got an out there at first base. The catcher popped up, threw it over to first. Infinger got it to Derry. Then Brascom came up. E6 got on base, made it to third on a wild pitch. And then on the infield hit by Leah Brooks, she came in to score. And now with Faircloth with a hit out to right, that's where we're at as we get Jade Barnett stepping to the plate for the Eufaula Tigers. Again, 2-3 on the season. Started off with 2 wins on the year. We're able to take down Charles Henderson and Pike County. And that's going to be a ball there to make it 1-0. Followed up by losses to St. James, Beulah, and Opelika before this game today. Russell County 0-7, still looking for their first win on the season so far. They've lost to Carroll, Opelika, Glenwood, Beauregard, Maplesville. And that one's drilled out to center field. Dixon under it, and she's going to make the catch. And that'll end the top half of the first. Eufaula with a 4-0 lead here as we get ready to go to the bottom half with Russell County coming to the plate here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with third-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glensmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And we're back here at Russell County High School for the matchup between the Eufaula Tigers and the Russell County Warriors. Again, Eufaula coming in 2-3 on the season. Russell County 0-7, looking for their first win. Russell County a 6A team here in Alabama. Eufaula a 5A team. As they play in an area with Carroll, Headland, and Houston Academy. Looking like a headed towards possible playoff contention. I believe it's the top two teams in each area make it. Russell County coming in. Their area is Pike Road, Park Crossing, and Rehoboth. Looking to be one of the top two teams to make it to the playoffs as well here. And the first pitch is going to be a ball. As up to bat for the Russell County Warriors is Candace Dixon, number 4, the center fielder. Made that last out with the catch out in center field at the top half of the inning. And that one goes outside to make it 2-0. And that one low in the dirt. That makes it a 3-0 count now on Candace Dixon, leading things off here for Russell County. And she had to take all the way there and is thrown over the plate to make it a 3-1 count. A little bit of a warm day for the second day in March. And that one across the letters to make it a full count now. As Barnett trying to come back after being down 3-0 here in the count against Candace Dixon, the leadoff batter for Russell County. And that one's going to go outside, ball 4, just off the plate there. Now to bring up number 2, the catcher, Kinsley Enfinger. As Candace Dixon makes her way over to first base for Russell County. Down 4-0 here in the bottom half of the first. Squares around the bunt, pulls it back inside. It's going to be a ball going down to second as Dixon. She's going to make it. So the 1-0 count now. Candace Dixon with a stolen base as she makes it over to second. Enfinger now with a 1-0 count. And that one down the middle. That evens things up 1-1. And Enfinger, the catcher today, the battery mate of Case and Tom. And that one high up around the chest, takes a hack at it, can't get to it. It's going to be a strike, and then puts her in the hole now, 1-2. Here at Russell County High School. Over on the other side, I believe we have a JV baseball or a freshman baseball game going on against Northside. As the varsity baseball team is down the road in Smith Station playing against the Panthers. Try and get you some updates once that one gets a little bit going. I know it started not too long ago. And swung out towards right field. It's getting to the corner. And the catch ain't going to be made as Faircloth can't get to it. Enfinger rounding the bases. Dixon coming for home. And the slide into third. She's going to be safe with a triple. RBI triple for Kinsley Enfinger. And that makes it a 4-1 ball game now with still 1 out, no outs here. Now to bring up the 3-hole hitter, number 42, the third baseman, Tinley Black. As Atten goes over the outside corner for a strike to put her in the hole now, 0-1. And swing and a miss, strike 2. And that one just rolls on up to the plate to make it a 1-2 count now on the 3-hole hitter, Tinley Black. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be the first out of the bottom half of the first. And with Infinger still at third base now, that'll bring up the first baseman for Russell County, number 19, Cora Perry. And first pitch outside for a ball.
Thank you. No, she hit a home run after that. Yeah, she told us to chant that, so instead of doing it the normal way, we did it constantly, and she got a home run.
And popped out towards second base. Faircloth charges in, gets it over to first to Brooks in time for the 4-3 put out, but that'll score a run for Russell County to make it 4-2. As there's now 2 down in the bottom half of the first, and Amaya Freeman, the second baseman, number 8, she'll be heading to the plate now for the Warriors, as they've cut the deficit in half to go down 4-2 now. Swing and a miss on a high and outside pitch. 0-1 now on Amaya Freeman, the 5-hole hitter for Russell County. As they've managed to come back a little bit here, make it a 4-2 ball game. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on a breaking ball outside. And squaring around a bunt now to try to show bunt anyway with 2 strikes. Pops it out towards second base. It's going to get to Faircloth. Makes the throw over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So Russell County has scored 2 runs on 1 hit. Nobody left on base as we head to the top half of the second. It's 4-2 Eufaula on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with 3rd-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA.
And we're back here for the top half of the second here at Russell County. Taking on the Eufaula Tigers. To lead things off would be the leadoff hitter at the top of the lineup for Eufaula, Emmy Faircloth, the right fielder. And that one's going to be a high outside for a ball. Case and Tom still in the circle here for Russell County. Down 4-2. Looking to try to get a quick inning here and get back up to bat as they were able to get back and get 2 runs in the bottom half of the first to cut this lead in half for Eufaula. Faircloth, the lefty, had an infield hit with a little bit of a slap hit and goes for it again there, and that'll even things up as that rolls foul. And it's a 1-1 count now.
Hannah, hold it up.
And Faircloth looking for a sign here. Steps back in the box here, probably another slap hit. And she'll pop this one straight back off the screen. That'll make it a 1-2 count now On the leadoff batter for Eufaula, Emmy Faircloth.
Bro, I don't even have my Venmo card. I don't. That's a Sephora gift card. Star Stripes, Hobby Lobby. I have $1.
And that one over the plate for a strikeout looking. That'll be the first out of the top of the second here. For Case and Tom, that's our first strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Yamaya Fryer, the left fielder for Eufaula, number 12. She had a grounder up the middle that got past the second baseman and the center fielder that allowed her to get it to the third base off 2 errors. And the first pitch from Tom is a little bit high and outside for ball 1. I love how some of these schools kind of transfer over to the netting. Chris and I were just talking about it between innings, how the view's a whole lot better without those chain link backstops. As that one's fouled out of play over the first base dugout. That'll make it a 1-1 count now, evens things up on Fryer. Got softball going on here, and on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live page, we've got baseball going on between Smith Station and Rusk County. Pop foul. Is it going to stay in play? No. As it hit towards the bullpen, it'll be a 1-2 count. And looking at the score out there in Smith Station right now, it's the bottom of the third, and they're up 5-1 on the Warriors. And that one poked down the right field line. It's going to drop in front of Lindsay for a base hit, and Fryer's on for the second time today. And that'll bring up number 25, Zykaela Robinson, the shortstop, who had a double out in the right center gap last time that brought Fryer in to score and made it a 2-0 ball game at that point. The 3-hole hitter for Eufaula, trying to get back to 500 on the season after dropping the last 3 ball games. And throws a strike, and it's down to second. Can't get caught by the shortstop. Had her dead to rights. Roy just couldn't hold on to it. Good throw down there by Enfinger. And it's an 0-1 count now on Robinson. As she steps back into the plate now. 0-1 count, runner at scoring position now in Fryer. And pops that one out to the right center gap again, and unable to get to it off the glove of Lindsay. And Fryer make her way all the way around home to score, and Robinson's in at second base, and now it's a 5-2 ball game. Off another RBI double by Robinson. And now that'll bring up Anna Lee Bloom, the center fielder, number 27 for Eufaula. Grounded out to the pitcher her first time up for the first out of the game. Case and Tom trying to get out. Was able to get Faircloth looking on the first batter of the inning, but back-to-back hits have played to the run and puts Robinson at second base, and now it's a 1-0 count on Bloom. And popped out to right field. Lindsay under it. Can't make the catch. Goes over the glove. And that'll bring Robinson in to score. Bloom making her way to third base, and she'll go in standing off the E9. And that'll play another run for Eufaula now to make it 6-2. And now with a runner on third and 1 out, Edie Tremmel saw this last time, the catcher for Eufaula, as there's another conversation going on the mound. She was able to get a squeeze bunt down in order to score a run. That brought in Zakayla Robinson in the first inning. And now Trammell, with everybody done discussing everything, figuring everything out, the infield back to their positions. Bloom back on third, now Trammell at the plate again. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach has her lay another one down here. She was successful the first time up with the squeeze play. And she'll take the first one across the letters for a strike to make it 0-1. Going to have a lot of baseball on the network this week. The border wars going on. And that one popped out towards right field. It's going to drop foul. That'll make it an 0-2 count, and that puts Trammell in the hole. And that one will drop. She didn't chase. That'll make it 1-2 now. Still behind in the count is Edie Trammell. Case and Tom on the mound in the circle for Russell County. And the Border Wars start this Thursday and run through the weekend where we have both the third place and the championship games. As that one goes through underneath the glove of Freeman out into right field. As she'll reach on an E4, but that'll score another run. And that'll bring up Notoria Brascom as she reached on an error by the shortstop in the first inning and came around to score to make it 4-0 at that point. Now it's 7-2. And another conversation going on at the mound between the coach and Tom. As right now it's 7-2, just one down here. So far you follow with 3 runs scored here in the top half of the second off of 2 hits and 2 errors. And with 1 runner over at first base in Edie Trammell. Looks like we may have a courtesy run over there. I believe Bree Corbett has come in to run for Trammell. And not sure if there were any substitutions there as I was looking down at my scorebook to keep up with the courtesy runner. But now, back up to the plate here for Eufaula be Notoria Brascom. Again, reached on an E6 in the first and came around to score. Here with 1 down in the top half of the second and a 7-2 lead for Eufaula. And that one slips out of the hands of Tom. And that's an easy one there as Bree Corbett makes her way over to second base. And that puts her in scoring position now with 1 out. And that's going to be high inside to make it 2-0 now. Busy day today as well as we had the doubleheader in softball out there at CVCC with Richard Holdridge and Paxton on the call. Ricky Rogers and Matt Milton are out at Smith Station right now covering that one against Russell County in baseball. Tomorrow we have 2 football broadcasts going on as that one's popped foul off the screen to make it 2-1. As Mr. Holdridge and Austin Hicks will be heading out to Smith Station to watch them take on the girls and boys will be playing LaGrange. And then Tyler Dykes out at Brookstone as they take on Calvary. And then Ricky Rogers will be covering the baseball game as Hardaway heads over to Jordan High School tomorrow. Fouled back off the screen, even things up 2-2. I think we missed our opportunity earlier. I'd like to say thank you to Carol Purdue with State Farm. We'll make the second inning the Carol Purdue State Farm Insurance inning. Is she's been a big help for us here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, making sure we bring these broadcasts to you guys out here on the air. If you need anything. That one's popped out to right field, and the catch is made. Looks like there may have been a substitution out there, and the throw in not in time as Corbett makes her way over to third base, but now it's 2 outs for Eufaula here in the second. And that'll bring up Aaliyah Brooks, the first baseman, who had an infield single her first time up. Ended up being stranded over at second base to end that inning. And I'm going to try and find out who that was out in right field who made that catch, because it looks like that's where the substitution was made defensively. And Aaliyah Brooks takes a hack at the first one high and can't get to it. They always look good when they're up around there. And that's an 0-1 count. And stroked out to center field. It's going to be a base hit and an RBI. As she's 2 for 2 on the day now is Aaliyah Brooks. And now it's an 8-2 ball game, and Brooks over at first base. That'll bring up Michaela Faircloth, the second baseman. And she had a base hit out to right her first time up in the first inning as well. And poked out to center field. That's going to be another base hit. Faircloth will reach first base, and Brooks will move up 60 feet to put runners now at first and second with 2 down, and Jade Barnett back up to the plate as Eufaula has managed to bat around for the second inning in a row now. And poke foul towards the first base dugout. And fouled off the end of the bat there and puts Barnett in a hole now, 0-2 with 2 down and 2 on. And grounded over to short and scooped over to third base for the third out of the inning. It'll be a 6-5 putout, but not before Eufaula plates 4 more on the board as they get 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 errors, 2 left on. As we head to the bottom half of the second, it's 8-2 Eufaula here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
A strong workout means a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities only at PF, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, rebound, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today and get your first month free for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
New Black Card Spa amenities, even stronger value.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And we're back here at Russell County High School here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. 8-2 ball game. Eufaula leading Russell County here as they head up to the plate for the Warriors. To start things off, it'll be the lady in the circle, Kaysen Tom, number 14, the pitcher. As she hits from the left-hand side, and that first pitch is going to be outside in the dirt to make it 1-0. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, and Houston Clinic, for helping us bring these ball games to you guys as you watch from home or at work, on your phone, or on the TV. And that one's going to fall down low to make it a 2-0 count. As that one broke away from Tom, but just landed just a little bit too low. And now she's ahead of the count. In the dirt, ball 3, and now it's 3-0. You're going to imagine she's going to be taking right here. 8-2 ball game, might not see the green light as they try to get runners on base. And that one's going to be ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk for Kaysen Tom. And I can imagine we're probably going to see a courtesy runner come out for the pitcher. And that'll bring up as Lillian Roy will step up to the plate, the shortstop. And it's going to be Milani Kennedy. She'll be the courtesy runner for Kaysen Tom. So she'll stand over at first base here. Nobody out. Lillian Roy, the 7-hole hitter. And she'll get the first strike there to make it 0-1. Russell County started off the same way, leading off the first inning with a walk. And that will even the count. Taking off for second is Kennedy, and she's going to be gunned down. And that'll be the first out of the inning here. And that'll clear the bases for Lillian Roy. Now with a 1-1 count, everything even. One down, nobody on for Russell County. And that'll go over the black to make it a 1-2 count. Now she's behind. Good throw down to second by Trammell to get Kennedy caught stealing there. Now to even things back up here to make it 2-2. And that one will fall down. It'll run things full here. Full count. Coming up for Lillian Roy. And she'll swing and a miss. Second out of the inning. That's a strikeout. That'll be the second one of the day for Barnett. And that'll bring up the designated player, Ella Whitaker, number 7. And she'll step up to the plate as she's hitting for Araya Edelblut, the outfielder. And swing and a miss on the first one. Took a big hack. Just pulled that front shoulder out and couldn't get to it. Now it's an 0-1 count here with 2 down. And pop straight up. Trammell under it. Can't make the catch. Waiting on a signal by the umpire here. He didn't throw up the two hands to say it was foul, but I guess he just yelled it. So now it'll be an 0-2 count. As that one dropped in foul territory. And swing and a miss for strike three, and that'll be the third one of the day. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. It's still an 8-2 ball game. Eufaula beating Russell County here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of GMC Sierras and the all-new, all-electric Sierra EV. Drive home a full-size GMC Sierra with over $14,250 off. Or go electric with up to $10,000 in savings on Sierra EV.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile!
And we're back here at Russell County. 8-2 ball game. Eufaula back to the plate here in the top of the third. Emmy Faircloth with her third at bat, and she'll poke one out to second base. Freeman gathers it up, throws it over to Perry. And that'll be the first out of the inning. One pitch, one down here for Case and Tom on the 4-3 put out, and that'll bring up Yamaya Fryer. Reached in the first on an error, came around to score, and then had a base hit out to right in the second and came around to score as well. 2 runs scored here by Yamaya Fryer, the left fielder for Eufaula, as that one sails high for a ball to make it 1-0. Tom in the circle, ready for the pitch. Poked up the middle there, backhanded. Picked up by Freeman. The throw across is not going to be in time. And that was going to be a tough one there, so we'll call that an infield hit for Yamaya Fryer. And she'll be 2 for 3 on the day now as she reaches first. That'll bring up Zakayla Robinson. 2 doubles, 2 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Both doubles heading out to that right center gap towards the OLH sign. And that one over the plate. Throw down is going to be in time, but the catch can't be made by Roy. She couldn't gather it and hold on to it. Another stolen base, another good throw down there by Enfinger again. Just can't be gathered up by Roy that time. So stolen base for Fryer. Now Robinson back up to the plate now with an 0-1 count here in the top of the third. And swing and a miss makes it 0-2 as they got her out in front with the off-speed pitch. An 0-2 count on Zakayla Robinson. And poked out towards short. It's going to go through, out into the outfield. Picked up by Edelblut. And nobody making it to second, but all the way around to score is Fryer. And she'll score for the third time today. Another RBI for Robinson as she stands over at at first base, my apologies. And now with one down and one on, that'll bring up Anna Lee Bloom 0 for 2 on the day as she's grounded out to the pitcher and then reached on an error by the right fielder and came around to score in the second. And poked back towards the screen. It makes it an 0-1 count now. As Tom tries to work out of trouble here. Runner at first, one down. One run already in the inning. 9-2 Eufaula. And poked out to right field. Dixon under it. Makes the catch. And that'll leave Robinson over at first base for the time being. And now there's 2 down for Eufaula. As the catcher, Edie Trammell, steps up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. She had a sac bunt that's played to the run in the first inning and then reached on an error to second in the second inning. Came around to score. Eufaula about a half hour down the road, down 431. That one's outside in the dirt. Throw down, and the catch is made, and the caught stealing. Another good throw there by Enfinger, and this time Roy able to hold on to it for the third out. And Eufaula just plates one run, 2 hits, nobody left on base. As we head to the bottom of the third, it's still 9-2 Eufaula here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk-takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the far-sighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And back here in the bottom half of the third, leading things off, Madison Lindsay as she pops the first one back to the screen to make it 0-1. Eufaula up 9-2. Jade Barnett still on the mound here in the circle for the Tigers. Again, about a half hour south of here, down 431. And that will make it an 0-2 count. Now Lindsay in a deep hole here to start things off in the third. Eufaula coming out swinging those bats here in this game. Able to hit, I guess you can add softball to the football and fishing that goes on down in Eufaula. And Lindsay's going to get hit by that pitch and lead things off by getting over at first base and So far, even though Russell County's down 9-2, they've reached base, had the leadoff batter on every inning so far this ball game. And that'll bring up Candace Dixon to the top of the order here. She walked and scored in the first off an RBI triple by Kinsley Enfinger. And takes a hack at one outside over in the left-hand batter's box for strike one. As that one broke on her, just kept breaking outside, started out over the middle of the plate and broke off. Poked out in the 5-6 hole. That's going to be a base hit. As Lindsay moves up 60 feet, and that puts runners at first and second now for Kinsley Enfinger. Again, RBI triple in that first inning. Came all the way around, ended up scoring later on in the inning to make it a 4-2 ball game at that point. Trying to cut into this Eufaula lead here as they're down 7 with nobody out and 2 on base. And swing and a miss. Took a hack at the first one there. Couldn't get it just under that one. And now an 0-1 count for Enfinger. And 0-2 now. As that puts her in a hole here, looking to try to cut into this lead some, but now down, no balls, 2 strikes. As she squares around, showing bunt. Pulls it back, pops one out. Looks like it's going to go to center. Bloom under it, makes the catch. Nobody tagging, nobody advancing. So that'll be the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Tinley Black, the third baseman. Struck out swinging her first time up in the first inning. So now runners on first and second still for Russell County, the Lady Warriors, with Black up to the plate. And she'll take a hack at the first one there, a little off speed, got ahead of it, now it's 0-1. And that one's in there and puts her in an 0-2 count again. And that one falls down in the dirt. She doesn't chase it. And it's now 1-2 with 1 out here in the bottom half of the third in a 9-2 ball game. You can see the sun just starting to get ready to settle down here. And popped foul out of play over the screen. And Tinley Black will stay alive now. It keeps it a 1-2 count. And if you're a fan of baseball, like I said, we got the Border Wars coming up this week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be covering it all. All the games that'll be played at Central, at Glenwood. And that one popped out towards the pitcher. She's going to make the snag and throw it over to first base for the 1-3 put out, and both runners advance 60 feet. Actually, they're going to get them saying she caught the ball. And they're going to say it's a double play as she caught that one in the air. So that's going to be a double play, and that'll end the inning, and that'll strand one. So with that, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base for Russell County as we head to the top of the fourth. It's still 9-2 Eufaula on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And we're back here for the top of the fourth inning. Edie Trammell leading things off here for Eufaula. Takes a hack at the first one there for a strike. She was actually up to the plate when the inning ended off of Zakayla Robinson's stolen base attempt, and she was caught stealing. And poked out the shortstop. Is going to be booted, and a play won't be made as Trammell will reach on an E6. And looks like we're going to see the courtesy runner. It might be Bree Corbett again. Let's look and see which number comes out. And that is number 0, Bree Corbett, coming back out to run for Edie Trammell, the catcher for Eufaula. Again, bringing up those border wars. We were kind of cut off there with that double play to end the bottom half of the third. They'll be played at Central High School, Glenwood, and Russell County. The majority of the games being played at Glenwood, especially on Friday. Throw down, no good. That's going to be a stolen base. And now with a 1-0 count, Notoria Brascom up to the plate, the third baseman for Eufaula. And then we'll have the third place in the title games going on at Synovus Park where the Columbus Clingstones play. So that'll be fun for those young men. We got a plethora of teams. Playing out here in that tournament as it's now 2-0 count. You got teams from Middle Georgia, from Middle Alabama coming to play. Like to see how big it'll get by next year. See how many teams we can get out here, make it a full week event. And poked out over the shortstop's glove out into left field. It'll be a base hit, and that'll put runners at the corners. But actually, Brascom said, I'm just going to go ahead and take 2 on that throw, and that's what she does. So now that'll put 2 runners in scoring position. And that'll bring up Aaliyah Brooks. As she's 2 for 2 on the day. She had a base hit in the infield and had an RBI hit out to center in the second. As we got a little conversation going on at the mound now between the infielders and Case and Tom here. Again, both runners in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. And it's 9-2 Eufaula. And now Leah Brooks at the plate again, 2 for 2. And she'll sky one out to left field. Lindsay under it, makes the catch. Tagging is Corbett, going to third. And she's going to get there easily, and then she'll probably take off for home, and she will off the wild throw. Now she's in a pickle. She'll fall in the dirt, and she'll be tagged out. Trying to go for home on the 7-5-2 putout. So Leah Brooks on the sac fly. She'll get the RBI there as as Corbett came in to score, running for Trammell. Brascom made it to third on the throw in. And then on the wild throw, tried to go home, couldn't do it. Good play there by Black to get it to Infinger, and then she was caught in a pickle, lost her footing in the dirt, and was tagged out by Infinger on the baseline there. But it's now a 10-2 ball game. As that one sails outside to make it 1-0. And skied up off the screen. That'll even things up now 1-1 here. Again, a 10-2 ball game. Bases are clear for the Tigers here with 2 down in the top half of the 4th. Case and Tom's on the mound here. Poked out is going to go through the 3-4 hole out to right field. That's going to be a base hit for Faircloth. That'll be the second hit of the inning. That's the 12th hit of the game for Eufaula. And that'll now bring up the 9-hole hitter, the pitcher for Eufaula, Jade Barnett. With Faircloth over at first base now for the Tigers, and 2 down. And poked out to left field. Trying to get up under his Lindsay. Makes the catch near the wall for the 3rd out. And with that, Eufaula scores 1 run on 2 hits. 2 errors, 1 left on base as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. It's still 10-2 Eufaula on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
A strong workout means a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities only at PF, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, rebound, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today and get your first month free for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
New Black Card Spa amenities. Even stronger value.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with 3rd-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And now we're back here at Russell County High School. It's a 10-2 ball game here on 431. Cora Perry, the first baseman, at the plate for Russell County, leading things off. She grounded out to second in the first inning. Takes a hack at that one. That'll make it an 0-2 count now. So far on the game, Russell County 2 runs on 2 hits. And 1 left on base. Eufaula, 10 runs on 12 hits. And 5 left on base. As Perry stays alive, hitting that one foul. And that keeps the count now 0-2 as she's still in the hole here against Jade Barnett for Eufaula. Eufaula with a win could move back to 500 to make it 3-3 on the season. Tried to go a little bit of a change up there, but pulled it a little bit too late and it skied up, made it a 1-2 count. Perry didn't chase. And that one in the dirt to even things up now. It's 2-2 count on Cora Perry. Get a little update up the road here, and now it's a full count as that one was inside. Good job by Perry there after being in an 0-2 hole. Now has worked it back full. And just up the road, Smith Station leading Russell County in baseball 10-1 in the bottom of the fifth. And she'll tip that one foul to stay alive. And that keeps the count full on Perry. Back in the circle is Barnett. Full count. And poked out to second base. Faircloth digs it up, throws it over to first, and caught by Brooks. Another 4-3 put out there to get the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the fourth. And now that'll bring up the second baseman for Russell County. That'll be Amaya Freeman. Number 8, she grounded out to second her first time up as well to end the first inning. Russell County plating 2 in the first. Unable to do anything since as far as crossing the plate. Put some up on the scoreboard here as they're down 10-2. Could use a big hit right now by Freeman as she's ahead of the count 1-0. And she'll swing at that one a little high and outside. Chased it, and that'll even things up 1-1 now. And we got time as a rogue softball makes its way onto the field. Some of the JV players warming up just outside of the third base line down there. And in the dirt, that one rolls up there to make it a 2-1 count now. On Amaya Freeman as she goes down to third to talk to the coach and make sure that they got the signals. They're both on the same page here. Poke foul to even things up now. It's 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Amaya Freeman. And poked towards the first base line. It's going to spin foul. Just a little bit of a flare off the bat that time. She'll stay alive. It'll keep the count 2-2 on Amaya Freeman. Russell County still trying to get that first win of the season. Down 8 here. They start off 0-7. Eufaula 2-3 after starting the season off with 2 wins. They've lost 3 in a row. And I believe the last 3 are actually in tournament play. And that one a swing and a miss. And that'll be the 4th strikeout of the game for Jade Barnett. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Kaysen Tom. She reached on a walk in the second inning to lead things off and then was replaced with a courtesy runner, Milani Kennedy, who was caught stealing to get that first out and empty the bases. First pitch inside off the plate, ball 1. Tom back in the box from the left-hand side. And that one will go over the plate. A little bit low there, and it makes it a 2-0 count. And good game pitch so far by Jade Barnett. If she can keep things up here, just giving up 2 hits with 4 strikeouts. And that's going to be a strike there to make it 2-1. With just 1 walk on the day, 2 walks on the day to Candace Dixon and Kaysen Tom. And that'll be outside to make it 3-1 now. Kaysen Tom with a hitter's count. Back in the plate now, 3-1 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And inside, ball 4. She'll walk for the second time today. And that'll bring up Lillian Roy, the shortstop. Struck out swinging her first time at the plate. As we wait for the courtesy runner to come out, and there they are. For Russell County, I believe that's going to be Milani Kennedy again. See if she tries to steal again in this inning here. That one's off the plate to start things off against Roy. It's now a 1-0 count. Again, 2 down in the 4th. Swing and a miss on one up around the neck. And that'll leave things up now, 1-1. She tried to chase one high again. Those pitches are just hard to lay off sometimes. Used to chase them myself. Never said I was successful at it, but I'd chase them anyway. In the dirt. 2-1 count now on the Russell County shortstop. Ella Whitaker on deck, the designated player. A little bit of wiping off of the hand there by Barnett. She's back ready for the 2-1 pitch. And it's going to be a low and inside. It'll make it 3-1. Another hitter's count this time for Lillian Roy. Looking to get on base. Struck out in the second inning in her only at bat. And we've got a little bit of conversation now between Trammell and Barnett as they try to make sure they got the signs in order. Now joined by the entire infield. Again here, 1 on, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th. Barnett trying to get out of this one before letting it get any worse here. She's behind in the count, 3-1 to Lillian Roy. Again, like to take this time, thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, and Houston Clinic for helping us bring these broadcasts to you guys. And so you can watch from work or at home on your phone, on your TV, and that'll be ball 4, so another 5-pitch walk by Jade Barnett, and that'll put runners at first and second now as Milani Kennedy makes her way into scoring position. And that'll bring up Ella Whitaker. Again, struck out her first time up. But now instead of nobody on 2 outs, it's 2 on 2 outs. So she'll take the first one over the plate on the outside half. It'll be an 0-1 count. Again, Chris and I talking between. We had a good time covering the GIAA state tournament going on at Columbus State University this past weekend. 0-2 is now Whitaker way behind in the count here with 2 down and 2 on for Russell County in the bottom of the 4th. I believe I've had to extend my knowledge this year and cover every sport that's been at the level. And that was poked out to right field. That's going to be a base hit for Whitaker, and everybody moves up 60 feet. So that's going to load the bases up, and that'll bring up Madison Lindsay. The 9-hole hitter started off the game in right, shifted over to left field after a couple of miscues out there on the ball. Seems to have gotten everything back in order. She's made a couple of defensive plays here lately, especially catching one up against the fence. Now she comes up to the plate, 2 out, and takes a hack at the first one, being aggressive here. 0-1 count. Again, bases loaded for the Lady Warriors here against Eufaula with Jade Barnett in the circle. Swing and a miss, and now she's behind in the count, 0-2. But so was Ella Whitaker the last at-bat. She got a base hit out of that one to make it bases loaded. So let's see what Madison Lindsay does here. 0-2 count. Does she try to spoil a couple pitches and wait on hers? And she's going to watch that one drop down low. It'll be a 1-2 count. Didn't chase. Squaring around, showing bunt, pulls it back. Inside again, makes it 2-2. Worked it back to an even count after being down 0-2. Showing bunt again, about to pull back. And that one goes in the dirt. Now Madison Lindsay has run the count full here against Eufaula and Jade Barnett. So full count, 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. Showing bunt, pulls back. And that was going to sail high, so it'll be a walk. She went from 0-2, ended up drawing the walk, getting the RBI, and everybody moves up 60 feet, including Milani Kennedy, who'll score a run here. And that'll keep the bases loaded, but now it's a 10-3 ball game. You see the coach for Eufaula heading out to talk to Jade Barnett as well as the rest of the infield. So now with Lillian Roy at third, Ella Whitaker at second, Madison Lindsay now at first. We're back to the top of the lineup for Russell County with Candace Dixon stepping up to the plate. And they're breaking up, almost breaking up. Turn around, say a couple more words before he heads back to the dugout. Make sure the strategy was clear with the leadoff batter up for Russell County. Candace Dixon, 1 for 1 on the day. She walked and scored in the first and reached on a base hit to left in the third. Pops one out to right field. It's going to drop fair. Down the right field line as it rolls out there. We got one in. Here comes Roy Whitaker. And then over at second base is Dixon with an RBI double. She plates 2 more. And Madison Lindsay makes her way to third, and it's now a 10-5 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. Is now Kinsley Enfinger up to the plate with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 down. All this happening. 5 consecutive Russell County Lady Warriors have reached base since starting off the inning with 2 outs. Dixon cutting the lead down now to 5. It was 10-2 to start things off. The catcher Enfinger up to bat. RBI triple in the first. And she'll take that strike. Had an RBI triple in the first. She came around to score and then flew out to center in the 3rd inning. And swinging a miss, strike 2. So 1-2 count now on Kinsley Enfinger. Behind in the count, 2 runners in scoring position. Pokes one up, straight up in the air towards center field. Under it is Bloom. Makes the catch. And that'll end the threat by Russell County, but not before they score 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. As we head to the top of the 5th, it's 10-5, Eufaula on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with 3rd-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And we're back here for the top of the 5th. Leading off here is Emma Faircloth, the right fielder. She's 1 for 3 on the day with an infield hit and a run scored, a strikeout, and a ground out to second. And we got a new pitcher in the game now. Ella Whitaker stepping into the circle. And that'll bring Faircloth now to a 3-0 count. So now 3-0 count for the leadoff batter for Eufaula here. Her 4th time up to the plate. And that one, take all the way. It's going to be a strike from Whitaker. As Tom's day is through with 4 innings, 10 runs, 12 hits, and 1 strikeout. And that's going to be a walk there, and that'll send Faircloth over to first base. And now, with that leading off here, it'll bring you Maya Fryer to the plate. She's 2 for 3 on the day. She's 3 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. Reached on an error and scored in the first. Had a hit out to right in the second and an infield hit in the third. Tries the bunt and trying to go for the steal. But she'll go back because that was a quick throw by Infinger. And it's now an 0-1 count. With Faircloth over at first base, trying to get to second, but unable to lay that bunt down was Fryer. And poked out off the body in the box. It'll be a foul ball, and now it's 0-2. Now with an 0-2 count. Behind here, nobody out. 1 on base here for Eufaula with Fryer at the plate, the left fielder for Eufaula. And try to go off speed there. She didn't chase it. Now it's a 1-2 count. And she's still behind. And Whitaker still ahead with a pitch or 2 to play with here with 1 ball, 2 strikes. And she'll get her out in front of it there, and it drops in, swing and a miss. Whitaker with her first strikeout of the game here. She gets Fryer. Send her back to the dugout, and that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Zakayla Robinson. 3 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. 2 doubles out to the right center gap, and then a base hit out to left. Pops that one out to left field line, is headed toward the fence. And that one is gone. That was a 2-run tater by Zakayla Robinson, and she goes up 4 for 4 on the day, and it makes it a 12-5 ball game. Big home run by the cleanup hitter for Eufaula. And that extends the lead to 7. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Anna Lee Bloom, as the Kayla Robinson trying to make her own nomination for Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. 4 for 4 now on the day with 5 RBIs. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound between the infield. Here's still a 12-5 ball game with 1 down here in the top of the 5th. As Anna Lee Bloom gets ready to come up to the plate. She's 0 for 3 on the day, grounded out to the pitcher, reached on an error to right, and then flew out to right in the 3rd. And that was poked out to the left center gap. It's going to drop in front of Edelboot. And that's going to be another base hit for Anna Lee Bloom. Now she's 1 for 4 on the day, and that'll bring up Edie Trammell. Had a sac bunt for an RBI in the 1st, and then reached twice and scored on 2 errors in the 2nd and the 4th. Inside throw down by Infinger is going to be no good. It's going to be a stolen base by Anna Lee Bloom. Eufaula looking for that critical 1 more run to make it an 8-run game and try to end it in the bottom half of this inning, but Russell County not willing to give it up easily. Poked out left field. That's going to drop. And Bloom going to round third. She's going to head for the plate. The throw in cut off by the pitcher. But on the throw, Trammell will reach second base, so it'll be a base hit. RBI base hit for Trammell. That'll bring in Bloom. She reaches second on the throw in. And now it's a 13-5 ball game here with 1 out. And we might be seeing another pitching change here. You see the coach coming out to talk to the umpire. Let's see who's coming out here for Russell County. And it looks like it's going to be Michaela Heimbeck coming out to the mound now to pitch in the circle. And with that going on, we'll take a little bit of a break here while she gets ready to warm up. It's a 13-5 ball game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with 3rd-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glensmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And we're back here in the top of the 5th as a 13-5 ball game, and in the pitch for Russell County, Michaela Heimbeck. As Ella Whitaker just made it through 5 batters before being pulled here in 1/3 inning. Still with a runner at second for Eufaula. And that one's off the plate to even things up 1-1. Again, Natoria Brascom at the plate for Eufaula. Bree Corbett on the base pass for Edie Trammell, the catcher who had that RBI hit that chased Whitaker out of the ball game. In the dirt now, 2-1. Whitaker still responsible for the runner at second. And fouled back to even things up 2-2 now on Natoria Brascom, the third baseman. 1 for 3 on the day. She reached on an error in the first and scored, a fly out to right and a base hit to left. Ended that fourth inning by getting caught in that pickle at the plate between third and home. And a little bit high there. That'll run things full here. Michaela Heinbach trying to get the out here and try to get out of this inning and put the Lady Warriors back up to the plate. And poked out to third base. That's going to be scooped up by Black. Over to first. That's going to be an easy one. And they're going to get her off, leaning off third base. The 5-3-5 double play to end the fifth inning as they caught Corbett leaning off third. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, it's 13-5 Eufaula here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A strong workout means a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities only at PF, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, rebound, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today and get your first month free for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
New Black Card Spa amenities. Even stronger value.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with third-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And we're here in the bottom of the fifth here at Russell County High School on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as Russell County Lady Warriors look to extend this one. It's the bottom of the fifth. They're down 8. It would be a mercy rule game at this point. Tinley Black leading things off. And she'll pop one out towards left center field. Getting up under it is Bloom. She calls everybody off and makes the catch for the first out. Black was the one who ended that top half of the fifth by starting that double play that ended the inning and kept it a 13-5 ball game. Now that'll bring up the cleanup hitter for Russell County, Cora Perry. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 ground outs to second base. And she'll foul the first one back off the screen to make it 0-1. And that one rolls in the dirt to even things up now, 1-1 count. Inside, that'll be 2. Oh, he's going to call that one a strike on the black. A little bit of a late call there. Fooled me a little bit, and that'll be a 1-2 count now on Cora Perry. And poked foul out of play, off the screen actually. It'll be a 2-2 count now. And that'll even things up here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. And that one falls inside. That'll run things full now. So full count for Cora Perry, the first baseman for Russell County. Trying to reach base for the first time today. Pokes that one foul down the line past the first base dugout. And she'll stay alive, and we'll see another payoff pitch coming from Jade Barnett. Looking to get the complete game win here if she can get out of this inning unscathed. In the dirt. That'll be ball 4, and that'll send Cora Perry over to first base. And she'll reach for the first time today. And that'll bring up Amaya Freeman. She's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to second and a strikeout swinging in the 4th. As she was the second out before that little bit of a rally there by Russell County that ended up with 5 batters reaching base consecutively and plated 3 runs in that bottom of the 4th. 1-0 count as that one falls in the dirt. And high, ball 2. A little bit of a roller back to the mound by Trammell that time. So a 13-5 ball game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live here at Russell County. The Lady Warriors trying to mount a comeback here late in the ball game. Swing and a miss, 2-1 count. Still with Cora Perry over at first base for the Lady Warriors. And swing and a miss on another high one. And that'll even things up 2-2 now with 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. In a crucial inning if Russell County wants to extend this one down 8. Showing bunt, pulls it back, pops it foul off the screen, and she stays alive, and it keeps it a 2-2 count. Showing bunt again. 99% sure she'll pull it back and does. And that'll hit her right around the waistline there, and she'll head over to first base on the hit by pitch, and that'll move Cora Perry up 60 feet over to second as she goes to scoring position. And that'll put Kaysen Tom back at the plate now. Started off the game on the mound. Now hitting for herself. I believe she's back to the little bit of a DH position now. She's 0 for 0 on the day. Has yet to have an official at bat. She's walked twice. And then relieved by Milana Kennedy on the bases of the courtesy runner. And Kennedy came around to score in that 4th inning. As that one goes in the dirt, it's a 1-0. 0-1 count. That one down low just below the knees to even things up now, 1-1. And pop foul to the screen. That puts her in a hole now, 1-2. And it's a fairly beautiful day out here. It's gotten a little bit dark. You see a little bit of the orange and red over the trees to the left out here with the sun going down a little bit. 66 degrees out here in Russell County. That one falls over the plate inside, didn't break enough. That didn't cross the black, now leaving things up now 2-2 on Case and Tom. And swinging a miss, strike three as she goes down. That'll be the second out of the inning. Fifth strikeout of the day for Jade Barnett, and that'll bring up Lillian Roy, the shortstop, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. Still 2 on, 2 out now for the Lady Warriors, and that one, first one high, ball one. Still with Cora Perry at second and Maya Freeman at first on base for Russell County. Trying to extend this ball game down 8. Down to their last out if they're unable to score here with Lillian Roy at the plate. That one's going to fall outside. 2-0. And way outside to make it a 3-0 count now. Now, basically taking all the way probably is Lillian Roy with a 3-0 count. Jade Barnett back in the circle. And that's going to fall over the, just off the plate on the inside there, and that'll make it a 4-pitch walk. And load the bases here for Ella Whitaker. Actually, that's going to be Michaela Heimbach, who came in to pitch for Whitaker. And we're going to see another pitching change here as Jade Barnett's going to come out. Let's see who's coming in for Eufaula, and we'll figure all that out. But while she's getting ready, we'll take a little break here. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live after the pitching change. It looks like it's going to be Zakayla Robinson coming in to pitch for Eufaula here with 2 down and the bases loaded. And she's going to even things up there with a 1-1 count. As Jade Barnett comes out of the game, 4 2/3 pitching, 4 hits, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts, giving up 5 runs, and all 3 runners on base she's responsible for. But now, Heimbach in the hole, 1-2. And that was going to fall inside, and that'll even things up. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Let's see, he might have called that one no pitch on that one. She stepped out of the box. Umpire having a conversation with her about getting ready in the box and making sure not to keep the hand up, waving timeout for too long. And showing bunt here, but more likely pulling it back here with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be the ball game as Heimbach goes down swinging as Kayla Robinson comes in to close it. And who else to do it than our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, Kayla Robinson. Number 25 for Eufaula, 4 for 4 at the plate with 5 RBIs and 3 runs scored. And it looks like actually they're going to keep playing here. We thought there was maybe the Alabama's a little bit different, so that's my mistake. As I was pretty sure it was 8 runs through 5, but maybe it's 10. So that's we're going to head now to the top of the 6th. And we're going to keep things going here in the 13-5 ball game, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with 3rd-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
And we're back here at Russell County in the top of the 6th inning, leading things off. Aaliyah Brooks, the first baseman for Eufaula. 2 for 2 on the day. She's had an infield hit, a hit out to center, and a sac fly in the 4th. 2 RBIs out of the 7 hole, and she'll swing and foul that one back. It'll even things up 1-1. Michaela Heimbach still on the mound in the circle for Russell County. And a big out to end the bottom of the 5th by Kayla Robinson, getting the strikeout with the bases loaded and 2 outs, coming in relief. As she came in and inherited all 3 runners and left them all stranded. That one fouled back. 1-2 count now on Aaliyah Brooks. And got her ahead of that one, chasing. And that'll be strike 3, and that'll end that at bat. And that'll bring up Michaela Faircloth, the second baseman, 3 for 3 on the day. She's had 2 hits out to right and 1 out to center. So the bottom of the order for Eufaula definitely doing a little bit of damage here. And that one over the outside corner as Heimbach seems to be catching in a groove here. Was able to get that double play to end the 5th inning, and starting off this one with a strikeout, and then another strike right here to start things off against Faircloth. That one rolls in the dirt to even things up 1-1 here in a 13-5 ball game in Seal, Alabama. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, and Houston Clinic. Found out I'm old and did not realize that they changed the mercy rule from 8 to 10 runs through 5 innings. So a little mishap in the bottom half of the inning there. And there's a ground out to short. It's going to be thrown across and made the play. The 6-3 putout as Faircloth is set down for the first time today. Roy to Perry for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 20. So it looks like it's somebody else coming in here. I believe that might be Angela Brown. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get the number right because they had 20 as Brooks. Might be 28. That is Angela Brown. Okay, just hard to see the numbers there. So she'll be pinch hitting now for Jade Barnett. And that one falls in the dirt to make it a 2-0 count. Here with 2 down, nobody on in the 6th. Heinbach so far setting them down in order. Has not allowed anybody on base since coming in relief in the 5th. And that one will go off the plate inside to make it a 3-0 count. And you can expect Angela Brown to be taking all the way here at this point. And that'll drop down too short, and that'll be another walk. And that'll put Brown on first base and bring up the top of the order for Eufaula, Emmy Faircloth. 1 for 3 on the day. Scored twice. She's had an infield hit. She struck out, grounded out to second, walked and scored. Still a 13-5 ball game, 1 on, 2 down. That's going to fall outside for ball 1. And he's going to pop that towards the left side. It's going to drop just in front of the left fielder there who's playing short already. And that's going to be a base hit out to the left. That'll be her second hit of the ball game, and she moves up to 2 for 4 on the day. And Brown makes her way over to second base, and that'll bring up Yamaya Fryer, who's 2 for 4 on the day. She's reached on an error and scored. She's had 2 hits and 2 more runs, and then struck out in the 5th swinging to go along with 2 stolen bases. So a good day at the plate for the left fielder for the Tigers. Pops that one towards second base. It's going to go through the wickets. Out into right field, and that's going to be another run here for Eufaula. She makes her way to second on the throw home. So another unearned run this time by Eufaula, but a run nonetheless, and now it's 14-5. And that'll bring up who else but Zakayla Robinson. 4 for 4 on the day with 5 RBIs. 2 doubles, a home run, and a base hit. Had that big blast in the 5th inning. And that one falls off the plate to start things off 1-0. 2 runners in scoring position for Eufaula. Up 9 here, 14-5. And pops another one. This one out to left field. It's going to be another base hit. That plate's 1. And moving up 90 feet to third base. And then on the throw again, Zakayla Robinson makes her way to second. So her 5th hit of the day and another RBI. And it's now 15-5 Eufaula. Runner still on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs, which is what all the damage has been done here in the 6th with 2 outs, as that's now 4 consecutive Lady Tigers reaching the plate. And now Annalie Bloom at the plate for Eufaula, 1 for 4 on the day. She's grounded out to the pitcher, reached on an error in the outfield, flew out to right, and then had a base hit to center and came around and scored twice so far in the ball game. And that one's poked out to third base. That's going to be missed. And then they're going to get her in a pickle over here, and it's not going to be thrown in time as she gets over to third base. So Annalie Bloom on the throw, and then another throwaway. And then another throw down, and now moving over to third base. Nobody really covering. You had 4 players, nobody on the bag at third. So Zakayla Robinson will come in to score on the errors. Annalie Bloom makes her way to third on the E5. And then the other throwing error as well. And that'll bring up Edie Trammell. And she's 1 for 3 on the day. They have a conversation now at the mound between the infielders. She's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. She's reached base twice on errors. Scored both times. Did Bree Corbett, actually, as she's the courtesy runner for Trammell, who's the catcher for Eufaula. And it's now 17-5 here in the top half of the 6th. Still 2 outs. 5 runners have reached base consecutively for Eufaula after starting off the inning with 2 outs. First pitch from Heinbach is going to drop in for a strike, and it's 0-1 now on Trammell. And outside evens up 1-1. Inside, good scoop and good stop there by Enfinger. Keeps Bloom over at third base, and now it's a 2-1 count on Edie Trammell. And she'll pop one sky high out to short left. And it's going to drop. Nobody's going to make the catch. It goes off the glove of the left fielder. That's going to score another run for Eufaula to make it 18-5 on another error out to left field as that one dropped in front, hit the glove and fell. And that'll bring up Notoria Brascom. 9th batter of the inning as Eufaula has batted around for the 3rd time today. Brascom 1 for 4 on the day. Reached on an error and scored in the first, flew out to right, had a base hit to left in the 4th, got caught in the rundown between 3rd and home to end that inning. And then hit into the double play on a liner to third base as we got a coach coming out for the little conversation. Trying to calm her players down after that last one there. Had a couple of throwaways so far this inning as they got a little bit too aggressive with the play there. Now it's 18-5. 13-run lead for Eufaula. Again, so far this inning, 5 runs here in the top half of the 6th on 2 hits. So far we've had 4 errors here in this 6th inning. And that puts it up to 10 errors for the ball game for Russell County defensively. Coach trying to calm our players down. Just get out of this inning, get us back to where we had the bats in our hands in the bottom half. She'll head back to the dugout. Now Brascom heading up to the plate. Again, the 9th batter in the inning here. 1 for 4 on the day. With 1 runner over at first base, and Edie, actually it's going to be Bree Corbett again, the courtesy runner for Edie Trammell. That one's out. Heinbach looking over to the dugout for the configuration of signals she gets. Looks at her wristband, gets the pitch, throws it, rolls in the dirt. Now 1-1 count on Latoria Brascom. And grounded towards third. It's going to be foul. One-two count on Brascom now. Not sure why the home plate umpire is twice today I've seen where he does not wave foul. He does not throw those hands in the air. He just starts hollering. He said, these hands are not meant to leave these hips. And that one rolls up there. 2-2 count now to even things up with Brascom at the plate. Popped towards the third base side. Black can't get to it. It's going to drop foul, and Brascom stays alive to keep it 2-2 here with a runner at first and 2 down. In the top of the 6th, Eufaula with an 18-5 lead. That one poked out into left field for a base hit. And it's going to be bobbled by the left fielder. It's going to give her time to advance. So Brascom makes her way to second. Trammell over to third. So that'll put 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 down in the 6th. For Aaliyah Brooks, who led off the inning with a strikeout swinging. And all the damage has been done with 2 down. That's what Aaliyah Brooks started it off with a strikeout. Michaela Faircloth grounded out to short. And ever since then, it's been a merry-go-round for the Eufaula Lady Tigers as they just ran the bases and keep putting numbers on the board as they've already plated 5 here. Brooks 2 for 3 on the day. Had an infield hit, an RBI single out to center, a sac fly with an RBI in the 4th, and then struck out swinging to start this one off. And she'll pop that one foul out of play, and that'll make it 0-2. And that one goes inside in the dirt, and that makes it a 1-2 count now. So 1-2 on Aaliyah Brooks. Michaela Heinbach trying to get out of the inning. And that was popped out to left field. Being chased and caught for the 3rd out of the inning by Lindsay. And that's going to end that 6th inning onslaught by Eufaula as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. It's an 18-5 ball game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And we're back here for the bottom of the 6th in an 18-5 ball game. Eufaula with the lead. Zakayla Robinson is still in the circle for the Lady Tigers. She came in relief of Jade Barnett last inning. Got the strikeout with 2 down. Now leading things off for Russell County is Madison Lindsay. No official at-bats on the day. She's been hit by a pitch and then walked with the bases loaded to get an RBI in the 4th. Stranded on base both times. And that one inside. Now leaving things up now 1-1. Actually, 2-1 count. My apologies. And be sure to check us out tomorrow. We'll have girls and boys soccer, as we have Richard and Austin going out for LaGrange at Smith Station. And that one goes inside. Oh, he's going to call that a strike on the black to even things up now, 2-2. And then we got Tyler Dykes out at Brookstone covering the girls and boys game between Calvary and Brookstone. And then baseball at Jordan as Hardaway goes over there to take on the Red Jackets with Ricky Rogers on the call. All of it will be right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And it's going to be strike 3. They're going to get her looking to start things off here in the 6th. Madison Lindsay. And that'll be the second K in 2 at-bats, 2 batters faced, actually, by Zakayla Robinson. And that'll put us back to the top of the order for Russell County. Candace Dixon, 2 for 2 on the day with a walk and a run scored and an RBI double in the 4th. Starts it off with a ball there. So far on the day, Russell County 5 runs on 4 hits and 6 left on base. And that's going to be high, ball 2. And that'll make it a 2-1 count now on Dixon. Poked foul off the screen to make it even now. 2-2 count on Candace Dixon, the leadoff batter for Russell County. 18-5, Eufaula with the lead. Eufaula through 6 innings. 18 runs on 18 hits and 7 left on base with no errors defensively so far in the ball game. And it's going to be a strikeout swinging for Candace Dixon. That's 3 Ks already for Zakayla Robinson. And again, Russell County, 5 runs, 4 hits, 6 left on base, and 10 errors defensively for the Lady Warriors today. And now at the bat, Kinsley Infinger, the catcher. She's 1 for 3 on the day, swings and misses at that one to make it an 0-1 count. Had an RBI triple in the first inning that plated Candace Dixon after the walk, and then 2 flyouts to center in the third and the fourth. Swing and a miss, 0-2 count now. Russell County down to their last strike here in the sixth. And it's going to be over the plate. They're going to get a look in for the third K of the inning in the fourth, and 4 batters faced for Zakayla Robinson. It's going to be an 18-5 victory for Eufaula. And I know we said it last inning. We'll say it again now. The Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game is going to be Mrs. Zakayla Robinson. 5 for 5 at the plate for Eufaula with 6 RBIs and 4 runs scored. Came in relief and got the save, basically, if you say that. But it was a big deficit, so not the save official. But an inning and a third pitch with 4 strikeouts, nobody reaching base was Zakayla Robinson on. And that's going to do it right there as Eufaula goes back to 500 with a 3-3 record. Russell County falls to 0-8 on the season. And again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, and Houston Clinic. Make sure you guys check us out, like, subscribe so you get all the notifications when we go live, just like tomorrow when we're covering soccer and baseball and the border wars throughout the weekend. And with Mike Frost on the call here, Chris Gates is with me doing all the big stuff, doing the producing. And we'll be back next time here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.